Let's now dip back into Mpumalanga and cross live to our reporter Mweli Masilela, who has been attending the nomination proceedings at the regional council there. Mweli, good afternoon. Tell us what happened during the nomination process.
Good afternoon to you and the viewers. Yes, we are coming to you live from the Mbombela Stadium here in Mpumalanga. Yes, we'll know that there's been quite some anticipation in terms of the nomination process here in Mpumalanga. Many people have been asking themselves as to when will Mpumalanga pronounce in terms of its preferred candidates. We're expecting that that will come clear today, but what we have observed is that a majority of branches in this province decided not to nominate. You'll know that on the position of the president, Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma got about 123 nominations, and then Cyril Ramaposa getting about 117 nominations. So that tells you that more than 200 branches didn't nominate in terms of that position. It's the same thing in terms of the deputy president as well. We have seen that the chairperson, Titi Mabuza, got about 185 nominations. But to tell us more about what this means, because it's clear that many branches didn't nominate, I'm joined by the spokesperson of the ANC in the province, Sasekani Manzini. What we've seen here, many would say that it's unprecedented. Almost half of the branches didn't nominate in quite a number of these positions. What does this say?
Thank you. Know that this year when we went to the January 8, we said this is the year of OR Tambo and we want to deepen unity. Over and above that, after towards the processes of preparation of the National Elective Conference, we've seen so many candidates. Hence, the PGC in Mpumalanga took an initiative to go and visit other provinces in trying to unite the organization so that when we go to the elective conference, we are able to find each other both in terms of policy and also in terms of leadership. Because, you know, we're from the National Policy Conference. We had so many policies that we did not finalize well because there were no agreements. So we took a decision that PWC must go around and meet other PWC of the different provinces. We went to Limpopo, we went to Gauteng, Free State, Northwest and KZN. So after that, I think branches chose to say they want to take it further so that they allow us to be able to go and persuade other provinces in terms of finding a consensus, because if we can see, we see that the ANC is no longer strong, and if we continue to contest in the manner that we have been doing previously, it is going to kill the organization.
Now, the fact that many branches didn't nominate, some would say it's perhaps some suppression. What does it mean exactly?
I always say, how can one, you know, when you have a branch general meeting, it's only one person who's a deployee who will go to the branch in order to convene that PGM. At majority, especially in Mpumalanga, we find that for a branch to create, you've got more than 200 membership. How possible is it for one person to go to a branch and convince the majority of branches to do something? No, I always say that people must start to respect the members of the ANC because they know what they're doing. There's no one who went around and tell them what to do. They can also take their own decision, hence the outcome of the PGC.
Going to conference, many people still want to know which presidential candidate is Mpumalanga supporting.
They've read the outcome of the PGC, the electorate pronounced. That is the outcome of the Provincial General Council of Mpumalanga. And that's what we're going to take to the National Conference as a Provincial Executive Committee.
Because maybe the problem here, some people are asking themselves, what is this unity? What does it mean going to the conference? What will happen? What is Mpumalanga going to do in terms of the supporting of candidates in the conference?
As we've said, after our visit as PWC, we said after the PGCs, when branches express themselves, we'll be able to go to the different provinces and say this is the position of Mpumalanga. So we'll be able to find each other, having a mandate. You know, from now on, moving forward, you'll even stop asking us what is our position, because we have heard this is our position. We'll be able to go around and lobby other provinces so that when we go to the national conference, we are able to limit the differences that we are having, so that you can have 8 candidates contesting for the one position. So with these powers given by branches, we'll be able to persuade other provinces, so that when we go to that elective conference, we're able to find each other and have a consensus.
Well, as we have heard, that is the spokesperson of the ANC in the Mpumalanga province, Sasekani Manzini. Well, maintaining the position that has been always been preached by the chairperson of the ANC in the province, Didi Mabuza, saying that they don't want to support factions anymore, saying that they know that from the past conferences, this issue of factions has affected the ANC. So what they want now is to make sure that after this conference, the ANC emerges a strong party. It's back to you in studio.
Thank you very much. Mweli Masilela coming live from the Mpumalanga Stadium. And of course, we now focus on what's been happening.